Hey everyone, it is Brandy, and we are going to go over how to sort and digest your Gmail inbox a little bit easier. We've heard a little bit of feedback on either A, too many emails are coming in, or you're not really sure how to set up labels or filter your inbox. This is really important whenever you have a lot of emails coming in, especially if they're coming from different avenues. It can look like a lot, and it can be quite overwhelming at times. So I'm going to show you a couple things how to set up your inbox differently, how to label your emails so they have different colors to each of them, as well as how to filter certain emails to do certain things. So let's start with the fact that I get a ton of emails every day. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to search in my search mail up here for somebody who might email me a lot, like the volunteer coordinator. So put in their email up there, and we're kind of searching for their emails, all these emails that are coming through. And I've decided that there is a lot of emails coming through, and I need to filter these emails. So what I can do is go to this little three dots here that says more, and I can go to filter messages like these, and it's going to, in the background, you can see here, it's kind of popped up a bunch of emails that are from that same email address. And here it says from, because that's what I've said, was that I wanted to filter emails from volunteer@ahopeforsrc.com. And you can do this with two people, subjects, words, anything. All right, and create a filter here. And then I'm going to tell it what I want it to do whenever these emails come in from the volunteer email address. You can have it do any of these things here, not even go to the inbox, mark them as read already. They're important, so you're going to star them. What I do a lot is I apply labels to them, and you can choose a label. So you have a bunch of labels here. So I can create a new label or an old label, and we're going to say that this one's the volunteer emails. And I'm going to go to create. And I want all of these emails that are coming in from that volunteer email address to go have the label applied to it, volunteer emails. I can always forward it to, so if any of you have old Yahoo or Hotmail emails and you just don't want to go over to Gmail, you can create a Gmail address that's easier to use for things like this, and then you can choose to forward it to one of your older email addresses here, or add a forwarding address, of course. So you can categorize them, and you always want to apply the filter to any matching conversations whenever you're doing this. So now we're going to create a filter. So this filter has created a label for all of the emails that are from this email address. So right now I'm sure it's catching up because there is a lot of emails from this person. So now we are going to go over here, and you'll see those in a minute. You'll see the little labels that'll pop up. Down to over on the left hand side, I've labeled it volunteer emails, but it's gray color, and so it doesn't stand out a whole bunch. So I'm going to click on those three dots there, and I'm going to change that label color to purple here. So over here it's showing me that any emails from that email address are going to be labeled automatically per my request with this purple label on them. So you're going to see those come through in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page so I can kind of catch up and know what's going on. And maybe I should have chosen one that is going to have so many emails that come in. And so this just popped up. I'm just clicking off of it. So see how now these all have the label volunteer emails right in the center of them. So if I'm going through my main inbox over here now, I can look through and I can see which emails very easily are from that specific email address. Now, say that still clutters it up, and now you know that all you're going to be seeing is a bunch of emails from this specific person popping up in your inbox. So now another option we can do is go to settings over here, and we can choose what style we want to view our inbox in. A lot of you might not recognize this setup, so you might have the default setup, which kind of looks like this here. It's kind of got the whole list going on here. I usually have it on unread first, so I can see the unread emails. And there is down here at the bottom, email threading. I've spoke to a few of you about conversation view versus the individual view. So I have mine in conversation view, so it stacks it, so I always see what the conversation was beforehand, which is really good when you get a lot of emails from the same email address or a lot of people are having a conversation on the same topic. It'll put them all together. So I'm going to reload it because I'm turning that off now so you can see the difference. So now all of these emails are coming in separately. So for a lot of you, that means that there's going to be a lot more emails visible there. I don't suggest that for anyone, so I'm going back up to my settings over here in the top right hand corner, and I'm going to put mine back in conversation view because I prefer conversation view so I can remember what we were talking about prior and kind of just follow up and stay following along. Another thing you can do with the settings up here, clicking in the top right hand corner again on settings, is go down and there is something called multiple inboxes. And you're going to click on customize. Here is where we can customize exactly how we want our inbox to look. So under multiple inboxes, you can create sections. So say that you get a lot from this same person that we're talking about. You're just going to type in the word here from, and then you're going to type in the email address that it's coming from. So like a lot of you get emails from our help desk, which is a help at gmail.com or at googlegroups.com. I apologize. Groups.com. And maybe I want to label this one help desk. So now I've told this multiple inbox settings that I want to see two sections above, right above my inbox. See in the middle here, it's multiple inbox positions. I can have it to the right, above it, below it, and I can see a maximum of 9 conversations per page for the multiple inbox. So I'm going to just say 5. So the multiple inbox sections, I want to see 5 conversations per inbox at the most, because I can always scroll through and see more, click the arrows and see more. And then I've labeled the sections what I want to label them, what I want to see there. So I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom. All of these are more specific. You can read through these. They're not as important. So click Save Changes. And what I'm going to be looking for is multiple sections now. So see, now I have my inbox is split up into the sections I've labeled. So the volunteer coordinator emails are coming in first up here at the top. Anything that is from the volunteer coordinator is going to be in my top section here. And then I can scroll down, and anything that is from the help desk groups is going to be in this middle section right here. And if I scroll down a little bit further, that inbox, that main inbox that we saw is right here. And remember, over to the right is the arrows where you can scroll through and see more. So, and if you click on them, it just says 1 through 5 of many. So you click on it and then it comes up and you can do that right arrow again just to scroll through that specific inbox. And then over here, we're going to scroll back down again so you can see the volunteer emails. So if I just click on that, all I'm going to see now is the volunteer emails. So the volunteer emails that are from that specific address. If I don't like any of these settings, so I go back and I've decided that my inbox is not how I want it. I've messed something up. I don't like it. All I have to do is go back up here, top right to the settings. I'm going to scroll back down. And like I said, you can do the default or the unread first, which mine was unread first. That's what I like the best. And then it's going to go right back the way that it was before. No harm, no foul. If I don't like the labels that I've put on here, Let's exit out of these settings to the right. If I don't like the labels that I've put over here on this side, then I can go up to my whatever label it is that I have here, and I can click the little dots over to the right, and I can remove the label here at the bottom. I can edit it, so I can name it something different. I can add a sub label, so maybe I name that volunteer emails, and then my sub labels are emails specifically from specific volunteers, or I can remove this label altogether. And it's telling me that I'm going to remove the label from 1100 conversations. See, I do get a lot of emails from that specific email address. And so I'm going to click delete, and it is not going to delete those emails. It's just deleting those labels. And just so, okay, there it goes. It's a lot of emails, so it's just kind of going through, and it's one by one removing the labels from there. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to your volunteer coordinator. She can help guide you, and if she can't, I'm sure we can get somebody else to. This is Brandy. If you have any more questions, please let us know.